Have you ever worked somewhere that felt like it was, I don't know, running on fumes? Like everything on the surface looks totally fine, but you just have this gut feeling that something's not right. Well, today we're going to put a name to that feeling. It's called the performance illusion.
And let's just start with this quote, because it really gets to the heart of the matter. Most organizations appear to function long after they have become structurally weak. Just let that sink in for a second. It's such a powerful idea because for a lot of us, it just feels true, doesn't it?
And this just nails it. From the outside, the dashboards are all green, the clients seem happy, work is getting shipped, it all looks good. But when you're on the inside, you feel how brittle everything is. You get the sense that the whole thing is basically being held together with sheer willpower and duct tape. So that's the big mystery, right? If things are really that fragile, why does it still look like the company is performing? How is that illusion even possible? And here it is. This is the core idea, the performance illusion. What looks like great performance is actually just people, really dedicated, smart people, constantly compensating for a broken system. The system itself isn't doing the work. The people are plugging the leaks. Think about that one person who always has to manually fix the report every month because the software is buggy. That's not high performance, that's compensation.
I love this slide because it lays out the difference so clearly. In a healthy system, work just kind of flows. It's smooth because the structure is actually designed to support it. But in an unhealthy one, well, people are constantly jumping in to bridge the gaps, they're fixing things that never should have broken in the first place, and they spend all their time just rescuing the day-to-day operation. Okay, so if the system is actually broken, how does it keep up this appearance of working? What are the things that prop up this whole illusion? Let's dig into that. So it turns out that organizations, usually without even realizing it, reinforce this illusion in three big ways. We praise heroic effort, we blindly trust our metrics, and we celebrate a certain kind of firefighting leadership. Let's break these down.
This quote, wow, it hits the nail on the head. Our metrics are great at telling us what happened. We hit our quarterly target. Great. But they are terrible at showing us how it happened. The chaos, the all-nighters, the favors that had to be called in. A report might say an issue was resolved in 24 hours, but it hides the fact that a support person had to physically run to 3 different departments to get an answer. It shows the what, but it completely misses the how. And this is where things get kind of backwards. We're all taught to see busyness and high effort as a good thing, right? A sign of a dedicated team. But what if that's wrong? What if the harder everyone is working, the bigger the sign that the underlying system is failing? The work isn't flowing anymore. It's being carried on people's backs. All this compensation, all this heroic effort, it comes at a price, but it's a hidden cost. It's like an organizational debt that never shows up on a spreadsheet. So let's take a look at what's actually being spent here. One of the biggest ways we rack up this debt is by confusing speed with flow. Speed is loud. It's about how fast you can do one single thing. It creates a lot of noise and chaos. But flow is different. It's about how smoothly work moves from the very beginning to the very end. It's quiet. It's stable. And when we push for speed, we almost always destroy flow. And that brings us to this really powerful idea. When people are constantly putting out fires and plugging gaps, the organization isn't really performing today. It's just borrowing. It's borrowing energy, time, and focus from tomorrow just to survive today. And this is the interest we pay on that debt. Fatigue just becomes the new normal. Rework? That's just part of the job. Constant stress just becomes background noise you don't even notice anymore. Workarounds aren't seen as problems, they become the process. And the worst part? All the energy that could have been used to actually fix the broken system gets completely burned up just keeping the lights on. Okay, so we've kind of diagnosed the problem. Now what? Well, it requires a pretty big shift in how we think. We have to start seeing performance not as something individuals do, but as something that emerges from the system itself. This table is fantastic. It's like a quick health check for your own team or organization. A healthy system feels calm, deliberate, and its outcomes are predictable. An unhealthy system feels intense, chaotic, and busy, and it completely relies on heroic efforts to get anything done. But look at that first word under feature. Feel. Calm versus intense. That says it all, doesn't it? And this line, this might be the most important takeaway from this whole thing. That high performer on your team who's always saving the day, that person we celebrate, they might not be performing at all.
They might just be doing unpaid, unacknowledged repair work on a system that's fundamentally broken. It completely reframes who we see as the heroes at work. So, let's end with a question for you, a question to really think about. If tomorrow everyone in your organization just stopped being heroic, no more workarounds, no more staying late to fix someone else's mistake, no more last-minute saves, what would break? The answer to that question tells you everything you need to know.